Hi guys, so I am making a video. I know it's been a long time since I last made a video, but the last video that I made saying that the IUI had been done, that IUI was unsuccessful. I hadn't made a video since because we hadn't done very much since then. We hadn't done anything except for try naturally, I guess, and none of that worked. So we decided to do another IUI just this past week or so, a couple weeks ago. We did an IUI, and I tested positive on the 22nd. Even though I thought it was the trigger shot, I decided I would keep testing because I had gotten a negative test before that test became positive, which was 9 days past ovulation and 11 days past the trigger shot. So I was kind of skeptical on whether it was the trigger shot or not, but it was a little bit dark to be the trigger shot. So I decided to take a test the next following day, just in case, to see if the test had gotten lighter or gotten darker. So I took a test the next day, and immediately the test came up positive, and it was a little darker than the test before. And so I called my doctor and I spoke to the nurse, and the nurse said that for me to go ahead and go in and get my blood test done, since I had gotten a positive urine test, to go ahead and get my blood test taken. And later on that day, the doctor called me and told me that my blood test was positive and that my number was low and it was a 10. So to be cautiously optimistic. So I told him, yeah, okay. But I still was excited. I was very excited. I had gotten a positive test. Like, I had been told by the doctor that my test was positive. And so I decided to go to the store and go and get a digital test. And I know that some digital tests won't show up at such an early, won't show up so early because they're not as sensitive. But I got the Clear Blue Digital with the weeks predictor on it, which was like you can test 5 days sooner, and it was a lot more sensitive than they used to be, or the other Clear Blues or whatever, I don't know. But I got it and it said positive, which is the picture on the front of, on the video itself, which is the first picture that says pregnant 1 to 2 weeks. So I decided, because the 23rd, that day was my husband's birthday. Out of all days, it was his birthday. And I decided to tell him by taking a digital test and putting a little onesie in a gift bag and have him open that as a gift. And so we did. And this was on Friday. Today is Wednesday. This was on Friday that all this had happened. So we were both ecstatic. I told my mom, I told my sister, and I told my brother that we had finally succeeded and we were pregnant. And my in-laws wanted to have a dinner for my husband on Saturday evening to celebrate his birthday, and that was when we were going to tell them the news. I know that I probably shouldn't have told people so early on, but it was just, I needed to have them there to be happy with me. Regardless of what the outcome was going to be, I needed their continual support, because they were the people that knew we were going through these procedures, and they knew that we were having infertility. So I wanted them to be there to know when we had a positive test. And I'm sorry to you guys, because I know that you guys are there with me as well, and that you guys have been giving me your support, and I should have gotten on here and recorded and all that, but I didn't, because I don't want to say I didn't feel like it, but I kind of didn't. I was exhausted. I've been working for so many days in a row, and then I'll get like 1 day off in between, and I've just been exhausted. So I know that's not really an excuse, but anyways, we told my in-laws on Saturday, and they were happy. I mean, his mom called his grandpa and all that and told his uncle and aunts, which I didn't approve of, but I didn't disapprove either. So I wasn't the one to tell them, to tell his aunt and uncle and all them, to call them and tell them So I didn't feel obligated to call them and tell them about the chemical pregnancy or the fact that we're losing it or lost it. Now, so I got my betas done again on Tuesday, which was yesterday. So I had to wait the weekend and then wait until Tuesday to get my betas done again, because yesterday marked the day that I was 4 weeks that I would have missed my period or have missed my period. So to back up just a little bit, after the IUI this time, I started Prometrium. I started taking 100 milligrams twice a day vaginally of Prometrium. So I believe that kind of aided in a way in our positive this month, because I felt that my progesterone levels were low. Like, I just felt that way because I would spot sometimes in between my periods, and that wasn't normal for me. So this time we got a positive pregnancy test, and this was the only time I've ever been put on progesterone right after a procedure or during my 2-week wait. So fast forward again to yesterday, the doctor called me back and told me that he didn't have good news, that my betas had dropped to a 6, and to stop taking the Prometrium and to just let it happen and wait for my period. So that's what I did. Today is the first day that I haven't taken the Prometrium, so I'm just waiting to miscarry, I guess. Today I would have been 4 weeks and 1 day. And I promise you guys, this next round, no matter whether it is positive or negative or we get a pregnancy or what, I will keep you guys updated, and I will continue this journey and let you guys continue this journey with me. I will record a lot more, because there's a lot during this time that I wish I would have recorded and I didn't. So, and that would have saved a lot of this video being so long. But again, I haven't started to bleed yet. Not even spot or anything. I haven't spotted. I haven't started to bleed. And I'm going to tell you guys some of the symptoms that I had, because I did have a couple of pre-pregnancy couple of symptoms just this weekend. I mean, the day after I found out, I was with my sister and we went to go eat breakfast, and the smell of syrup just completely made me gag. Like, it was just, I don't know what it was about that sweet smell, just kind of made me really sick my stomach, like, instantly, and I would just start gagging, and I had to leave out of the place that I was at. And then the next day after that was fine. That night, that was the same night that we went and had dinner at his parents, and we told them, and I still kind of felt a little queasy and had to be careful with what I ate and what I smelled, you know. And again, last night, I had the same thing to a sweet smell. My husband had made some raspberry coffee cake or something. He put it in the microwave, and I could just smell it, and it just completely triggered my gag reflex, and I thought I was going to throw up that time, because I was just gagging, dry heaving so hard that I just had to tell him to go somewhere with it, because I just couldn't take it. Another symptom that I had was my breasts. My breasts have been tender, but in a different way. And I say a different way because usually before my Aunt Flo comes, my breasts are tender, like in this area here. But my breasts have been tender up here, and I never had that. Like, my breasts have hurt up in this area up here instead of on the sides. It's hurt up here. Guess that's where, like, the glands are that produce the milk and all that stuff. So that was one thing that I noticed before I even found out that I was pregnant. And I had cramping, and that was the last symptom that I've been having, is some cramping. But I know that cramping can be normal for a pregnancy. And it wasn't like painful cramping or anything like that, but just kind of like period cramps in a way, on and off. And today I've been having a little bit of cramping as well. So that's what's happening. I called the nurse and I asked her what I'm supposed to do now. She said that to wait until I start my period and to call them the first day of my period, and then we'll go from there. And I guess we're going to try again soon after, like right after, I guess we'll do another IUI this month or this cycle whenever I start to bleed and miscarry or whatever. We'll do another IUI and hopefully get pregnant again. Of course, I just worry the most about it taking a long time because it's been such a long time as is. And I just worry about it taking a long time to get to this point again. But I am so grateful and so just happy that I got to this point, that we got to this point. At least I know that I could get pregnant, and I know that the IUI worked for us, and that the Femara worked for us, and the progesterone worked for us. And I know that that stuff worked, and you know, it just makes me more optimistic that next time, or even the next couple times, it may work again. But also nervous that the same thing could happen. So again, to reiterate, I am having a chemical pregnancy as of right now. I haven't started to bleed yet, but I will. As soon as my progesterone levels get down to a low enough number, my lining will shed. And I figured I should tell you guys, call you guys, or put a video up and update you guys on what's been going on. So thank you guys for sticking with me. Thank you guys for watching my videos and commenting on my videos and giving me so much support. And to the ones that started following me on Facebook, thank you. And again, I will keep you updated, and I promise you this time I will. So, okay. I'll talk to you guys later after work today, and I'm off tomorrow, so maybe I'll make a video tomorrow to just, if in the case, just to update you guys on what the progress of this whole thing is, the process or the progress of this so far, this miscarriage or chemical pregnancy is, just to let you guys know what's happening with my body. Okay, and I hope I'm not seeming like I don't care or anything like that. I'm just trying to be positive because I've mourned all this morning, and I'm trying to get out of that very down and depressed stage. I'm trying to get more positive and think of all the positive things that did happen this cycle, and to look forward to the next cycles. So, okay. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.